This is NBC Nightly News with Jose Diaz-Balart.
Good evening. We begin tonight with a stunning reversal that could derail the push to end the war with Iran. Today, Iran declared the Strait of Hormuz closed, just a day after saying it was completely open. Iran's Revolutionary Guard blaming the U.S. for its ongoing naval blockade. We also saw chaos in the Strait today. Iranian forces allegedly shooting at this Indian oil tanker. Speaking to reporters at the White House today, President Trump appeared optimistic, but there are growing questions tonight about whether a peace deal is possible right now. We have two reports tonight, starting with Raf Sanchez.
Tonight, chaos in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran declaring the critical waterway shut once again and allegedly opening fire on two ships passing through. A startling reversal less than 24 hours after it declared the strait completely open, sending oil prices tumbling and waves of relief worldwide.
They wanted to close up the strait again, as they've been doing for years, and they can't blackmail us.
Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it's a response to the U.S. maintaining its naval blockade, which is stopping ships sailing in or out of Iranian ports, calling it a violation of ceasefire agreements. Central Command says the blockade continues, posting footage of troops practicing an airborne landing onto a ship. While Iran's forces today firing near this Indian oil tanker approaching the strait, according to state media. You can hear the tanker crew frantically calling on them to stop the shooting.
Sepa Navy, this is Motor Angastan Marhedal. You gave me clearance to go. We're fighting now. Let me turn back.
No one was injured, but a second ship was damaged, according to a British maritime agency. Iranian state media says both vessels were forced to turn back. The chaos raising questions about the president's claim that a deal is close.
Most of the points are already negotiated and agreed to. You'll be very happy.
Iran voicing frustration with the U.S. approach.
American side tweets a lot, talks a lot, sometimes confusing, sometimes contradictory.
As the clock ticks down to Wednesday's deadline for the end of the ceasefire, with, so far, no deal in sight.
Raf Sanchez joins me now from our London bureau. And Raf, there is a new discrepancy tonight over what will happen with the enriched uranium in Iran.
That's right, Jose. President Trump has suggested the U.S. and Iran could work together to recover that buried uranium and move it to the United States. But Iran is saying that is a non-starter, and they won't allow the uranium to leave their territory. Jose?
Raf Sanchez, thank you. Despite the escalations in the Strait, President Trump said today he thinks a war will work out, quote, very well. But just last night, he threatened the U.S. could start dropping bombs again. Julie Sirkin has more on the White House's shifting messages.
President Trump with a surprise announcement on a Saturday morning, not about the war with Iran, but about drugs.
I got a call from a number of people, including the great Joe Rogan, and he said we have to do something about this.
Trump signing an executive order easing restrictions for research on certain psychedelics, with influential podcaster Joe Rogan by his side.
The text message came back, sounds great. Do you want FDA approval? Let's do it.
President Trump then avoiding questions on the war, but offering the reporters present this.
Later we have very good conversations going on. It's working out very well.
Optimism from the president this morning, despite this response just last night when asked what would happen if there is no deal with Iran by Wednesday, when the ceasefire is set to expire.
Maybe I won't extend it. So you have a blockade, and unfortunately we'll have to start dropping bombs again.
That blockade, the reason today why Iran says it's closing the Strait of Hormuz again. Less than 24 hours ago, President Trump posting on social media how important its opening was to China, saying President Xi is very happy. Trump heads to China next month, shifting messages over the war, leaving some Republicans with growing questions.
I'm not quite clear what the strategic objectives are.
Even as the president considers more action in other parts of the world.
There have been reports that the Pentagon's preparing for military action in Cuba. Are those reports true? Is Cuba next?
Well, it depends on what your definition of military action is.
Julie Sirkin joins me now from the White House. And Julie, you have new reporting that the president convened a meeting on Iran with top officials today.
Jose, after the president teased more news on Iran by the end of the day, he called a cabinet meeting in the Situation Room to discuss the back and forth in the Strait of Hormuz before departing for his golf club, where he spent several hours. Jose?
Julie Sirkin at the White House. Thank you. And tomorrow morning on Meet the Press, don't miss Kristen Welker with her exclusive interview with New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. 36 tornadoes have caused widespread devastation in 7 states across the Midwest, with millions under severe weather alerts tonight. Sam Brock has the latest.
Tonight, the tornado terror.
Oh my God, look at that.
Touching down in states all over the Midwest.
Tornado on the ground.
At points.
Is that what the...
Leaving residents at a loss for words.
I know that ain't no tornado, and I'm out here.
Just look at this scene from Lena, Illinois. Dramatic images from a live stream of a preliminary high-end EF2, a wall of clouds moving in as visibility becomes almost non-existent. Here it is from another angle, equally horrifying. The village of Lena posting that while there is still much to assess, one thing is already clear: our community is strong.
She's coming right at us.
In total, residents reporting 36 tornadoes in 7 different states, including Wisconsin, Illinois, and Minnesota.
I thought I'd better go to the basement, and I didn't get to the basement, and I heard this roar, and I dropped to my knees.
So far, no fatalities as the devastating aftermath becomes clear from the ground in Ringgold, Wisconsin.
This is absolutely insane. Oh my God.
To the air in Rochester, Minnesota. Today, risks of severe weather dropping significantly, though millions still remain under some form of threat, including in Texas, where a wave of hail hit Tyler this morning. Still, some relief tonight, too, from places pounded by flooding like Rock County, Wisconsin.
We had 724 911 calls that came in between 5 p.m. and 9 p.m.
And in Sheboygan, Michigan, water levels dipping by a dam at risk of structural failure.
And Sam Brock joins us live tonight from New York's Central Park. Sam, what kind of weather changes are we expecting moving forward?
Sure, Jose. So in addition to the stormy conditions that we just saw around the country, we've seen something of a heat surge here in the Northeast. Many cities topping 90 degrees, Jose, earlier in the week. It is absolutely perfect right now, but by Monday, temperatures in the 40s and 50s, completing the weather roller coaster. Jose, back to you.
Sam Brock in New York. Thank you. Pope Leo is speaking out for the first time, addressing comments from President Trump this week, critical of the Pope's recent messages against war and tyranny. Claudio Lavanga is traveling with the Pope in Africa. Claudio.
Good evening, Jose. On the flight from Cameroon to here in Angola, Pope Leo told journalists that while it looked like he was debating President Trump, that, quote, is not in his interest at all. This all started last weekend with a lengthy Truth Social posting, which the president called the Pope weak and terrible for criticizing the war with Iran. Then on Thursday, the Pope said, quote, the world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants, which some interpreted as a direct reference to President Trump. But the Pope has clarified that that speech was written 2 weeks ago, so long before the initial president's comments. Jose?
Claudio Lavanga in Angola, thank you. Here at home, a wild scene at today's Virginia Tech game. Take a look at this, an out-of-control skydiver crashing into the scoreboard just before kickoff. First responders quickly arriving to rescue him as he dangled from his parachute. College officials say he was not injured. Also tonight, there are growing concerns about air travel heading into the summer. Jet fuel prices are skyrocketing due to the war with Iran, and that could send ticket prices soaring. Here's Ryan Chandler.
As summer travel plans heat up, Americans are staring down uncertain skies.
It is. It's very expensive. Prices is going up on luggage.
Skyrocketing jet fuel prices amid the war with Iran, forcing flyers to pay more. Airfares in March up nearly 15% compared to a year ago. And a ticket for summer travel already up more than 13%. And during all that anxiety over rising prices, one of the nation's most affordable airlines may be grounding for good. Multiple reports say budget carrier Spirit Airlines could be facing imminent liquidation. Spirit telling NBC News, "We don't comment on market rumors and speculation." And overseas, the International Energy Agency says Europe could run out of jet fuel by the end of May because of the U.S. war with Iran.
If we are not able to open the Strait of Hormuz, if some of the flights from city A to city B might be cancelled as a result of lack of jet fuel.
And Air Canada announcing because jet fuel costs have doubled, it's scaling back, temporarily suspending flights from Toronto and Montreal to JFK Airport in New York until the fall. As uncertainty builds, pros say the best thing travelers can do is act now.
Is there a right time to book for this summer?
Yesterday. This year is more important than ever that travelers need to get their plans booked.
Expert advice as prices soar into the summer. Ryan Chandler, NBC News.
Now to chaotic moments when police say a Hollywood actor confronted a suspected intruder, tackling him on his front lawn and holding him until officers arrived. Dana Griffin has more.
New video shows aftermath of a wild encounter with an intruder at the home of actor Dylan Sprouse and his wife, model Barbara Palvin. It happened just after midnight Friday. According to the LAPD, Dylan tackled the man on his front lawn.
The husband is holding down the suspect that was attempting to break in, and the husband possibly has a firearm.
Dressed in all black, the suspect never made it inside the couple's Hollywood Hills home.
Pierre's husband advised he put the gun back in the holster and it's behind the front gate.
Officers handcuffing him on the ground. They help him to his feet before escorting him to a patrol vehicle. Dylan is seen outside talking to police. The actor, perhaps best known for his breakout role alongside his twin brother Cole on the hit Disney Channel original series The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Imagine how hard it is to be the handsome twin.
Luckily, no one was hurt, thanks to the actor who took the action cue and played a pivotal role. Police say the couple is not pressing charges, but the intruder was arrested on an outstanding warrant not related to this case. Jose?
Dana Griffin, thank you. Still ahead tonight, a potential breakthrough treatment for pancreatic cancer patients, plus the security scare that forces flight to make an emergency landing. Back now with an NBC News exclusive and a potential breakthrough for patients with pancreatic cancer. Only 13% of people diagnosed survive more than 5 years. And Thompson now with a new experimental treatment that's giving patients hope.
Today, Donna Gustafson is the picture of health, something the 72-year-old grandmother couldn't have imagined 6 years ago visiting her daughter in Australia.
We went to the emergency room in Australia to get an IV, thinking I was low on fluids, and they told me that I had pancreatic cancer.
What were your chances of survival?
Well, they never really want to tell you. But pancreatic cancer is often a death sentence.
In New York, she had surgery to remove the tumor and was scheduled for chemo until she was offered to be the first person to get an experimental vaccine at Memorial Sloan Kettering.
It was a no-brainer. I knew that statistically the odds were against me.
The vaccine works by taking the patient's tumor and creating a personalized mRNA vaccine that teaches their immune system to fight the cancer cells.
So we actually have to measure.
Leading the research is Dr. Vinod Balachandran. He showed us Donna's dramatic immune response.
Even at 6 years, you can find the immune cells made by the vaccine circulating in her blood at very high levels.
She received 8 infusions of the vaccine, chemo, a booster, and is cancer-free. What have you done with those extra 6 years?
We have had such a wonderful time. Ed and I celebrated our 50th wedding anniversary. I was here to see 2 more of my grandchildren.
Donna's story is part of new data being presented Monday at a major cancer conference. What kind of difference could this make?
Pancreatic cancer is the toughest, so our hope is if we can crack the toughest, hopefully we can learn how to crack the rest.
Of 16 people in a phase 1 trial, 8 had a response to the vaccine. 2 saw their cancer come back, but not Donna.
Every day I wake up and thank God I'm here.
Now living, she says, in a state of gratefulness. Ann Thompson, NBC News, Saddle River, New Jersey.
Back now with scary moments for passengers on a United Airlines flight diverted after a threat was reported on board. This video showing the frantic moments after the plane landed safely. Passengers evacuating on emergency slides, then running from the plane. The FBI is investigating. Celia Cruz, the queen of salsa, making history this week as the first Afro-Latina artist and the first primarily Spanish-speaking artist to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The legendary Cuban singer, La Guarachera de Cuba, passed away in 2002, will be officially inducted in November. When we come back, there's good news tonight about the star NBA players reunited with their heroes. There's good news tonight. So often the good news doesn't get as much attention as the bad. So every Saturday we highlight the many people who spread joy and love. And with the NBA playoffs in full swing tonight, we're shining a light on the people who inspired the athletes who inspire us. Before Austin Reeves made a name for himself with the LA Lakers, his high school computer teacher, Priscilla Callahan, taught him the most important lesson of all.
Our biggest thing was, throughout the whole thing was be a good person. Miss Callahan, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart, keeping me on the right path in school. And thank you for everything you've done for not just me, but my brother, my family. We consider you family.
After hearing that message, Priscilla got the chance to surprise Austin in person.
I just thank you for everything you've done for not just me, but him and my family as well. Holy. How are you?
You told me back then that you were going to do it, and I hope he does. But I am more proud of you for being the good person. That makes me so happy.
That moment was part of a bigger project called Launching Legends by our NBC local stations to reunite professional athletes with the heroes who inspired them. Like Lakers forward Jake LaRavia. For him, that person was his high school basketball coach, Rick Thomas.
I appreciate you for everything that you did for me in my journey from when I first met you when I was a scrawny, small freshman in high school.
That's my guy. That's not the first time he said thank you.
Coach Rick traveling to see Jake in person when he thought it was just another interview.
When Rick came along, he was my head coach throughout my entire high school career, but he, really helped me in my basketball career. He impacted me and, I credit a lot of where I'm at today because of the work and the time and the faith and the effort that he put into me when I was in high school. Yeah, him being out here is a blessing. Yeah, he really took me under his wing.
For Miami Heat guard Norman Powell, his hero was his first basketball coach, Stacey Dooley.
I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for your time and dedication and sacrifice.
I'm usually pretty controlled of my emotions, but that right there was, that kind of made me want to well up a little bit.
That's when Coach Stacey learned he would get the chance to see Norman play in Miami for the first time.
I'm about to go to Miami. Yeah. Okay. I need to let my boss know.
Their reunion taking Norman totally by surprise.
And just help me understand how much hard work and excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt or anything like that. I slipped a security guard $5 and a couple of loose cigarettes. See if I can get your order. You should have seen your eyes, bro. I mean, this is bigger than basketball and the relationship that we have. So no matter what happens, I know he has my back.
And that's NBC Nightly News for this Saturday. Holly Jackson will be here tomorrow night. I'm Jose Diaz-Balart. Thank you for the privilege of your time, and good night.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.